Hello there, welcome back to Uncle Tony's Music Theory. This is episode number 2. Today we're going to discuss major chords, minor chords, and the power of the 3. Yep. Yeah. So if you play more than one note at a time, you get what's called a chord. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. And the tonality or the sound of the chord is dependent completely on how far away the notes are from each other. That distance is called an interval. Yep. And in the first video, we talked about the half step interval, the minor second. We talked about the whole step interval, the major second. So today I'm going to show you 2 more intervals that you can use. And let's get into the piano.
Okay, at the piano here, the first interval I'd like to talk about is the major third. And they call it that because it is the root and the third note of a major scale. So together they sound like this. And if we keep going and add the 5th note of the scale, this is 1, 3, 5. That's a C major chord. This is also called a triad. When you have the 1, then the 3, then the 5, that is a triad. This is the C major triad. Now I'm going to move one note and change this chord from major to minor. You hear the difference? Happy, sad, spooky. And all I did was move this note a half step down. So as you might have guessed, this interval is the minor third. Again, note the lowercase. We use the lowercase for minors and the uppercase for majors. So this interval is 3 half steps apart. Major third, minor third.
To play a major third on the guitar, play a note, and then find the note that is 2 whole steps away from that. That's a major third. So all you have to do is slide that one back a half step, and you have a minor third. So you can rearrange these tones, and you'll get what's called inversions. So I'm going to go inside and show you some of those.
The triad is just one way to play a chord. If we rearrange these notes, we get inversions. So let's take a look at F major. 1, 3, 5. So I'm going to use the same notes and move the 1 up here. And you get what's called first inversion. Same tones, it's still an F chord, but it's no longer a triad. By moving the 3 to the top, this is called second inversion. There are literally hundreds of ways to play an F major chord on the piano.
I did want to bring something up here. In all the years I've been playing music, I've never needed to know what inversion I was playing, ever since music school. So it's basically a musical term that musicians and composers use to tell you, oh, say, play a different inversion of that chord. So this was more about showing you that those inversions exist and how to get there. It's just moving the notes around.
The power of the 3, it changes the entire tonality of the chord from major to minor. All you have to do is move it a half step. So let's stick with F and use the power of the 3 to make all 3 of these F inversions minor. All you gotta do is move the 3 down 1 half step. Powerful stuff.
So the same holds true for the guitar. We're going to play an E chord and switch it back and forth between major and minor. What you need to know is where the 1, 3, and 5 are on the different strings you're hitting. That's an E chord, and I'm going to bang out each individual note. You can hear where the 1s, 3s, and 5s are. 1, 5, 1, 3, 5, and 1. So just moving the 3 down a half step. Major, minor. The 3, baby. Quiz time.
I'm going to play 8 different chords, and you try to guess whether it's major or minor. I'm going to be using different inversions of these chords to throw you off a little bit. So here we go.
How'd you do on that quiz? Sorry to spring it on you like that, but it's good to test your knowledge, right? So thanks again for tuning in to Uncle Tony's Music Theory. If you know anybody who might benefit from this video, please share it with them. Like, subscribe, yada, yada. Next time, we're going to talk about the circle of fifths, which is a wonderful tool for music theory heads. Wrap your head around that. We'll see you next time. I'm Uncle Tony.